Good morning, or afternoon, or evening. My name is Randall, and I will be demonstrating how to use UVTools 1.1. Now, this is very much kind of a beta stage of the UVTools. I have basically not much implemented with it. I do want to get back to developing it and implementing more well-rounded features for unwrapping models by allowing you to select seams, and it will automatically split the UV outlines onto the canvas and be all cool and stuff, like the more modern software does for you. So that would be nice. But for now, I will show you what it can do right now. It has some usages like you can export to various two different types of images. The actual UV map, you can export that so that you can texture over it or use it as a reference. You can also display it within the workspace onto a parametric shape and see what it looks like, and you can even edit it. So first I will go over exporting since that's the easiest. If you have installed the scripts properly by placing them in your scripts directory, um, basically if you go to your configuration in your scripts directory, um, your scripts should be in whatever directory you set here in the scripts field. And also you want to have your script console open just in case there's errors, and preload scripts. If you set all that, you have to reopen Animator so that it'll auto-load the scripts. Um, Going to exporting. Now, the way UVTools works is you can see this kitty here. There are two different shapes. Let me go here. There's the eyes and the body and head. If you look in here, you can see two different textures. This kitten, cat, whatever you want to call it, was for a video game, a mobile game, and so it was split into two different textures for the sake of animating the eyes, open, close, whatever expressions, and the body stays the same. Um, okay, back to exporting. How it works is you can either select whatever mesh shapes you want to export, and it'll export them strictly for, you know, yeah, it'll just export it based on what you've selected. Or you can select nothing and it'll export everything. What I mean by exporting is you go Object, Export, and you'll have the option right here, UVs to PPM image or UVs to scalable vector graphics. PPM is a raster image. It will provide something similar to what UV Mapper provides, UV Mapper Classic. It's basically just a bitmap. The SVG is a vector format. You can export it to SVG and then open it in like Inkscape, and then you can save it as a raster image at basically any resolution, and you will not lose any quality. They won't be pixelated. I will show you what PPM looks like first. So let me save that so I can reference it real fast. Okay, so I'll just do PPM. All right, there we go. Let me quickly load it. So PPM is right here, and yeah, it also, the script console kind of shows you what it's doing. It processes the UVs, 569 faces, which could be triangles um, or any n-gons. It's basically a progress bar. If you were watching it, then you'll be able to see it. Okay, so PPM. It can be opened in Photoshop or GIMP. I will open up Let's open up GIMP and I probably need to update GIMP sometime. I don't use it that much. So give us a few seconds to load it. Any day now. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, while waiting for that, I'll go ahead and export it as SVG as well, since I'm going to show you what that looks like. All right. And I will open up Inkscape. Okay. Okay. So let's see. There we go. There is your everything. I know, that's very descriptive. Alright, so this is, there's GIMP. This is your SVG, it's a vector file. You can zoom in as much as you want and it won't be all pixelated. So basically you can export it and it'll be fine. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just open it directly, so because I think I just kind of embedded it into a previous document, the default document. Let me drag it over. There we go. This is more like it. So there you go. Yeah, not really much to say. It's a UV map, and you can export the bitmap and work on it, or you can even texture it in Inkscape. Or if you load it up in Illustrator or GIMP, then you can do that too. In fact, let me see if it loads it up in GIMP. There it is. Okay. See? All right there. It's not going to show it the lines as well if it's in GIMP. Might be a way to configure it. I didn't really do a whole lot. Yeah, there we go. So, you just do whatever program you decide to use. I'm sure you'll be familiar with it enough to where you can actually do the stuff. And now ppm. Let's go ahead and load that up. Let me close this. Close all. Okay. So you can see in the ppm it exported the eye texture on top of the UV map. Obviously, you would want to do them separately, so I go ahead and select that, go export, and ppm, let's call it ppm I. And save, and then click this, go export as ppm body. Okay, let's close all. Let's just close. And let's see, ppm body and I. Okay, so this is your body and that's your eye. It corresponds with the actual texture. It's a different resolution though. Whatever. This is what it would look like. I don't know if I can scale it. I haven't used this tool in forever. Okay. Woohoo. Yeah. whatever. So let's put this over here, something like that. I'm being, I, if I was actually working, I would be a lot more precise, but this is just a demonstration. You do whatever you need to do. Okay, so yeah, that's what it looks like. If you look at the actual image, you can see it corresponds with it. Um, there you go. There's the lines, and you can see the lines. Um, this right here. It's symmetrical, so obviously you're only going to see the same side in the texture. So yeah, you can see it's precise and it works. And if I wanted to, um, then I could also show you for this that it works. Okay. It overlays it pretty well. So yeah, that's basically it for exporting. Nothing special to it, you know. You just do it and use it, and there you go. It's just like any other unwrapping program in terms of the layout. Okay, so onto the three shapes here. The other part of the UV tools is that you can actually see um, the UV map inside of uh, the workspace. Now UV canvas allows you to edit the UV map. I won't get into that just now. Let's do there's view UV, and the one with the dots is a pixelated one. It's kind of a there's not really much use for it, but I'll call and show you anyways. How you use it, you create the shape. This is the view UV view shape. Doesn't really matter what its name is. Let me minimize that. Okay, so what you got is your width, your height. This is in pixels. Basically, it shows a pixelated version of the UV map, like you'd see in Unwrapper Classic, or UV Mapper Classic, that is. So for now, if you set the pixels really like big, then it's going to take a long time to generate. So I'll do 128 by 128 to start with, and then I'll boost it up to like 512, and you can see how long it takes. So let's see how you do this. You have your shape out now, your view UV shape, and now you want to select whatever shape it is, and then go scripts and mark shape. Alright, so now the shape is marked. You can't see that it's marked, but it is marked. And then you just regenerate this by clicking it and pressing OK. It takes a while, like I said. There you go. Let me kind of show you. Okay, so yeah, there's your shape. You can see it corresponds to the actual map, you know, as if it was a really low resolution thing, which it is low. It's only 128 by 128. It's as if you saved an image with that resolution. So let's do 512 by 512 and observe. Well, yeah. You might want to uncheck this update thing, because as soon as you change the field, it's going to do, it's going to go ahead and generate it. And as you can see, just changing 512 by 512, it takes a long time. I mean, just 512 for the width. If it's 512 by 512 height, yeah, it's going to take even longer. So yeah, go ahead and wait for that, I guess. Let me pause this. Nah, it's almost done. So keep on waiting slowly and slowly. It's pretty slow because it's generating a polygon, a quad for each pixel, and Animator isn't that fast at generating meshes. Um, so as you can imagine, um, if you have 512 by 128, that's that many pixels, times 2, that's 131,000 triangles, um, or, you know, 65,000 quads. So that's a lot of geometry to generate. Um, and the sad thing is, I think it does it twice for some reason. It's kind of weird. So still waiting for it to do it. And yeah, so 512 by 512. Yeah, 262,000 quads, or polygons, or of course 524,000 triangles. It's a lot. It's a lot to generate. So that's why it's really just a gimmick, this pixel thing. You don't really want to use it for anything more than, you know, just as a curiosity thing for a couple minutes before you just throw it away. Okay, so let's uncheck update. Ah, dang it. um, yeah, I don't know why it updates all the time. Um, I'll probably delete some of this out. We'll speed it up. Yeah. Okay, finally. Um, let's delete this. Now, that was this UV view pixel. You can delete the script. I don't care. You probably never use it after the first time if you even bother. This is more efficient. View UV. You just make the shape again, and the body was already marked, so it's automatically going to show it. And it shows it just like, you know, it basically just maps out the polygons onto this. So yeah, it's a lot better. Um, the options, you got your scale, your width and height, and your shading. Uh, your width and height, um, that's like a ratio, I believe. Yeah, that's it. So there you go. Not really much to it. Your shading, that's the semi-transparent shading. Um, you can do this, or maybe not. I think it's actually I'm not even sure what it was. Oops. I need to actually look into it a little better. Anyways, um, yeah. So there you go. That's that. All right, so let me show you what the UV canvas is. Okay, the UV canvas is something like this. You got your scale with height shading, just like the UV view. Um, and this is still marked, so you go scripts and you paint the UVs onto the canvas. Oh, yeah, you have to actually select it. So, yeah, you just select it and you got your, you basically just go scripts, you paint UVs onto canvas, and there you go. So, marking the shape is only for the viewing, um, and you just select it to apply it. Now, yeah, now you can actually apply the material to the shape, and it shows it nice and cool like that. Basically, how you how you can do this, it makes a new mesh in front of the canvas, and you can edit the UV map like it was a mesh. So, you can just move things around. Um, oh, there you go. That's why. Oop, yeah. it's going to select them individually. If you just try and, you know, move it, it has the polygons separate. So if you want to move the entire thing welded, then you have to select with the rectangle tool. Um, and there you go. So there's really not a whole lot to it. Um, yeah. So once you make the adjustments you want, you can also rotate and scale the points, just like mesh editing. Okay, so there's the changes. So now we go scripts, apply UV changes to mesh. And you can see it applied it. It's, of course, it looks weird. So there you go. That's it. You don't want to change your view though. You want to be straight center. Um, that's why I recommend always working like in the front view and just work from there. You can use multiple views and um, just go based off of that. And like for example, do this. You're like, I like that. Scripts, apply that. Oh, it looks so cool. Even though it obviously doesn't, but you get the point. So it's kind of it's the best way I could figure out how to do this in the most efficient manner. It would be nice if I had like could do live editing and stuff, but we can't yet. Not with ASL, its current feature set. And that is it. If you want to stop editing, you just delete that, and there you go. A nice, pretty, weird kid. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so that wraps up the video, and I hope it helped, and that's it.